Okay, there we go. We're live on Facebook now. We really are. I didn't hit the button to go live, so now we're live. So happy Wednesday evening at, 6:17 p.m. I hope all is well. Everybody's going to start crying. Lucy, come here. Normally she's like a crazy little fiend, but anyway. So as I was saying, tonight we're going to talk about how to get your Defender ready for these guys. Leo or Lucy or Fido or whatever it might be. There's a number of things you can do. I mean, not only safety-wise, but comfort. And that's what I really try to focus on, because it's got to get a little tiring to be laying in the back of a Defender for a long trip. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about how to keep your puppies happy. But before I get into that, what I was getting ready to say before that squirrel moment hit me, June 18th through the 20th. And that is that's our event. It's coming up here on the farm, June 18th through the 20th in Sharon Springs, New York. Definitely go get your tickets at Helderburg.com. Just find the events tab, get your tickets, and come on out and hang out with us. So I was walking the fields today and seeing where Gavin actually set up some different, actually put that have orange paint on the end. So we're going to do Scottish trials. And for those of you that don't know what Scottish trials is, it's a way to really test your driving skills without damaging your vehicle. And so it's you can do it on street tires, and it's a great way to kind of challenge yourself. So somebody asked, can you do some pictures of the white Defender and add them to your profile? They're already on my profile, you just have to look. But if you want to see more pictures of any of the Defenders, just go to Helderburg.com. That's where you can see them. All right. So June 18th through the 20th, get your tickets. Last count, we had over about we had about 80 sign-ups for it. So it ought to be eventful, and we haven't really started promoting it. And like many people, they wait until the last minute to actually get signed up on stuff. So I would say definitely go get signed up. All right, so before I get into how to get your Defender or any vehicle ready for a dog, and or dogs in my case, big dogs, a couple things I wanted to share with you. The first is I'm really having a lot of fun with adding different things to a Defender. So what I'm holding in my hand is, have you ever noticed the step-up bars? This is not done, by the way. It still has to be sanded down and basically sanded down, and some more lacquer, coats of lacquer will go on there. So the step-up bars on this side are just basically, it's a hard rubber with a metal thing in between the hard rubber treads. So what we've made, and I'm really wanting to add it to some soft tops now, is mahogany treads. So this goes on that steel step-up bar, that whatever color it might be, and it's the side tread in mahogany. And this is basically marine gray. And then it has coats of lacquer on it, so one for each side. Again, these are not done. They still need to be sanded down. They need coats of lacquer on them and all that. But anyway, this is the side treads that would go on the side steps. So having fun with those. Plus we're doing, we've got some excellent looking wood floors. And then also too, I'm playing with different options on shifter knobs. So of course, this style, but it will be carved out here, and it will have an alloy and aluminum inset that has the Helderburg logo on it. So this is for the 5-speed manual, and this is for the actual transfer case, so to switch into 4-wheel drive and that type of stuff. So anyway, I know I've had people ask me, well, are you going to put, like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, reverse? And the answer is no. I'm not. And reason being is once you know your shifting pattern, you know your shifting pattern. It's kind of like typing. Once you know the keys, you know the keys. You don't need it to say 1, 2, 3, 4. You just don't need that. So you just don't. It looks goofy. All right. So anyway, we're doing it in mahogany. We're doing zebra wood is going to be the next one I'm going to do. So if you haven't seen zebra wood, it's a pretty neat wood. So having a lot of fun with that. All right. First thing, let's get into it. Let's talk about making that Defender dog ready. The first thing you want to do is make sure that, and I just think this is cool. I know you guys are going to do this. This is not a big deal. But you want to make sure your puppy is hydrated and has his food or her food. So what I did, I don't know if you can really see the color of this very well. So what I did is I found a place in England that has waxed canvas, waterproof waxed canvas. And this is a tartan pattern is what it is. It's hard to see. It's pretty dark. And I ordered, let's just say several yards of this waxed canvas material that's 60 inches wide. And I made some water bowls and food bowls. So I've been playing with that design a little bit, having fun with that. But it just stands up on its own, and you put water in it and it holds water. It's waxed cotton that's waterproof. So if you guys have hung out with me, followed me for any time, you know that I don't like plastic. I just don't care for plastic. I don't like plastic on my Defenders, and I don't like plastic water bowls for my dogs when there's so many other options. So that's what I did here. You can kind of see the color a little bit, but it's a wax canvas. So anyway, keep your puppies hydrated. So that's the first thing. Of course you know that though, but you gotta make sure they have water. Anyway, so what do you guys think? You guys didn't know I could sew, did you? You had no idea. So, yeah, but read the history. You'll read about how I used to make Christy dresses and all that stuff. So I can run a sewing machine. So, instead of taking, well, anyway, we won't get into that. All right, the next thing, let me grab the box. And again, you can add this to anything, and don't get all caught up in the name. Don't get caught up in researching stuff. It's just really not important, and you can end up spending a lot of money. What I'm talking about is you can call it sound deadening, soundproofing, whatever it is. And I do a lot of that on all the Defenders. I mean, I have an extreme level of sound deadening. Hey, Matt, I don't know if you got to see the side treads. I think Matt just joined us. Did you see those, Matt? I hope you did. Goes on the step-up bars, mahogany. Yeah, I thought that was cool. So anyway, just an extra little touch. But anyway, it's Amazon one click. It's all it is. I got it on Amazon, and you just one click it, and it doesn't really make a big difference of what you get. So this is I don't know why I ordered this. It just popped up. It's called Matte 66. There's another brand that I've gotten several times. So what I'm saying is that there's the other company called Dynamat, and they charge a lot for their stuff. And I can't really tell a difference in it, to be honest. So in the back, in the cargo area of your Defender, understand that body is aluminum. Lucy just made herself comfortable on the sofa, so that's good. I've got a sheepskin that she loves to lay on. So anyway, so just order some sound deadening. If you want to get Dynamat and pay the extra money, do it. But get a box of this, because again, squirrel moment there. In the back of the Defender, it's aluminum. It's not very thick at all, and the heat or the cold transmits through that floor. You don't believe me? Go lay in the back of your Defender, or pretty much almost any vehicle. Go lay in the back when it's cold outside, or lay in the back when it's hot outside. So you don't want to make your dog suffer with that. So order this stuff and do multiple layers of it. And what I mean by multiple, do about 4 layers. And all it is it's got this Reynolds wrap material, but then on the back side, it's just a butyl rubber. It's just a rubbery material is all it is. And it sticks. So 4 layers of this. and do the entire cargo area. When I say entire, I mean do the arches, the wheel wells, wrap it around the corners. Don't do any hard edges where you put an edge to an edge, because this stuff, I'll tell you, wear some gloves when you do it, some thick gloves, or just be careful. But anyway, just don't do a hard edge. Do it, wrap it around the corners like that. And not only will it actually increase the temperature, meaning that it will keep it, when it's cold outside, it'll keep that barrier of the temperature away, but it's also going to create additional layers of padding, because it has a little bit of padding to it. So definitely do that. And I would say do it 3-4 layers. I mean, more is better. So not only are you going to start making it comfortable for your pup, you're also going to cut down on the sound inside the cabin, because the back is actually one sheet of aluminum and it's riveted around the outside, so it does have some flex to it, which creates a resonance, a rattling. So you're doing yourself a great service. So do that. And then the next step is order this. This is also, you can find it on Amazon, and this is foam. It's all it is. And so it gives it a really nice layer. They have a thicker one too. I just couldn't, I've got it somewhere. They have a thicker one that's it has a red, the sides are red, and it's twice as thick as this. I'd say order the thick stuff. And when you do that, put 2 layers of the thick stuff. And if you get the thinner stuff, which is, I believe this is, what is the thickness on this one? This one's 80 mils. So what you could do is do the 80 mil layer of this, and then the next one, the red one, is 150 mils. And I would do 2 layers of this and 1 layer of the 150 mil. And the 150 mil, the red, I think it does have more of a temperature barrier to it, so it really helps, but it makes it very plush when you do that. So in like Elizabeth is really padded up, and then on top of all of that is a sound deadening carpet that is very thick, and then on top of that is a sheepskin, a really big sheepskin. So that's what I do for the puppies, for the comfort level of that for them. And the sheepskin works great for the winter, and it also works great for the summer, and it's pretty easy to clean off. So that's how I put that together. The next thing that I don't even know if you guys know it's available, but there is an actual separation cage. And while it's really cool and cute and everything else for your pup to climb over the seat and try to get in the front and climb in your lap and all that, you guys all know it's not the safest thing ever. In fact, it kind of reminds me of, growing up, that if you'd be in the back and you'd be acting up, your dad would slam on the brakes and throw you into the front, throw you in the back of the seat. So, point being, if you're rolling down the highway and you're Defender and some idiot pulls out in front of you and you're having a nail on the brakes, you don't want your pup going through the windshield. You don't want them slamming into the back of the seats and breaking some bones. Do the cage system. And you can get this cage, this separation cage, from a company like Rover's North in Vermont. There's a number of companies in England that have them, but Rover's North is going to be probably your only chance here in the States to get this cage that's actually, or separation element, that's actually designed, cut for a Land Rover Defender, whether it's a 90 or a 110. So that's the next aspect of getting it ready. The next thing that you want to do too is, where you have the sliding windows on the side, guys? I mean, the older style Defender, and there's new style slider windows though too. I would say consider the sliding windows to get a little more air back there, but don't open them so much that your dog can hang its head out. Again, while it looks really cute to see your dog with his head hanging out, it's not safe. I mean, you can end up with something in their eye or whatever. And I mean, that, but so many times we're like, oh, that's cute. And, he really likes hanging his head out and all that stuff. It's not the wisest thing to do. So However, I'll say with the sliding windows, you give up some options with the sliding windows. One of the things that you give up is being able to keep the cabin cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter, because they are not the best insulated option. Even the newer style ones, they're just not, because it's two windows that are sliding side by side like this versus one single sheet. So you probably were wondering, all right, so what do we do to keep our pup cool in the back? And I will say we have a new air conditioning system now. This is not a sales pitch, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. And as you guys know, we don't sell parts. We only do these for our own builds. But we have a new air conditioning system, so that the underslung unit is a thing of the past. We're going to let all the other builders use those units. We have our own system that we fabricated, we've designed. We've spent many months working on this air conditioning system. Well, actually, many months, I should say over a year, to create this system. So this system, what it's doing is that we have the vents that are much higher, because while the air conditioning system with the underslung unit works well, but your vents are down low, and as you know, cold air goes down, it doesn't rise. So with our vents being up high, our vents are in the dash, on the top of the dash, in the front of the dash, in the center of the dash, so they're up high. So the cold air is hitting you in the face, and it's traveling back since it's high, and then it will settle down in the back where your dog's at. So that's a good option. Our air conditioning system, though, too, is also combined with the heating system. So again, the heat being, that it's the heat will come out of the lower part of the dash, but it will also come out of the upper part of the dash. Mixing the air conditioning and the heat creates the defrost, much better unit. But anyway, so what I'm saying is, with your air conditioning system, if you have the low slung unit that's under your dash, it's going to be important for you, and you can do this. It's not as difficult as it sounds, is to create some additional plumbing to it, additional vents, because that big black box is really just kind of an open tunnel. So you can take a hole saw, cut into that. You have to be careful. You're doing this at your own risk, guys. You don't try to hold me liable if you cut into some wires or a motor or whatever. But anyway, we've done this in the past where you can create an actual hole in it, and then you can pipe your hole where it actually comes in between the seat, and then it gets into the very back. So if that's the type of unit that you have, then it's important to do that. So, all right, what else can I tell you about getting it ready for your dog? Let's talk about ramps. I'm sad to say that Leo's my black cane corso, black Italian Mastiff, and he's just turning 5 this year, but he's not moving so well. Like we just went for a hike in the backyard a little bit, and coming back, I'm limping and hobbling, he's limping and hobbling. He's starting to, I'm not going to say show his age, because that's still kind of young, but of course a cane corso, I shouldn't say it, Lucy's going to hear me, their life expectancy is around 8 years. But the point is, I don't want him jumping into the back of the Defender again. While it is cute and it's like, yeah, that's right, look at my beast just jumped in there and jumped out. It's not. Boy, I sound like a parent, don't I? Like, you better wear your helmet when you ride that bicycle. We didn't wear helmets, so we didn't even use seat belts. But anyway, whatever. A kid can fall off and bang its head up. We can stitch him up. But the dog, that's a whole different story. Dogs can't talk. So anyway, ramps. Chewy.com has a pretty nice ramp. And so with Chewy.com's ramp, I ordered one of those, and it's a fold-up system, and it's pretty nice. It's aluminum, it's pretty light, but it can go in the back of the Defender. I haven't really I want to put like a leather strap to hold it in place so it's not sliding around and the dog's not laying on it and everything. But we've been trying to design a ramp that would go with the style of our Defenders. What I mean by that is, if you have marine grade mahogany side steps that go on your step-up bars, shouldn't you have a mahogany or a walnut ramp? So we've been working with that, but being that it's wood and this wood is pretty dense, it's kind of heavy. So that's what we've been playing with, of trying to do one that's a ramp that's made out of wood. But it's been heavy, and then trying to get the support so it's strong for a dog like Leo that weighs 130, 130 pounds, and the last the pup that I had before Leo, he was 150, 160 pounds. So it's got to hold a lot of weight. So if I can walk up it, it's good. Yeah, I wish I was 150 or 60 pounds. No, I don't. I'd be a twizzle. All right. So anyway, all right. Good question. So Matt asked, do you recommend carpeting or wood floor backs with dogs? I do like the wood. I like the wood, the looks of the wood. However, if your dog is on that wood, just think about how it would be if you're on a hardwood floor. It's going to be a little slick for them, and the mahogany, it depends on. Yeah, if it can scratch, it can definitely scratch. So we just did another wood floor that I didn't even take pictures of, but what we did do is that there's a cover that goes over the wood floor. It's of course it's diamond stitched, just so you know, but it's a diamond stitched leather cover, and it fits over the wood perfectly. And there's actually in each corner, there's a little, basically tab latch, whatever you want to call it. It's like a latch that holds the leather in place so it doesn't slide around. So when you're taking the dog, put the leather cover in there. It's additional padding because it's very thick padding, and it's leather, and you can wipe it down, so it's fine to get it wet and get it muddy. So that'll keep the scratches off, but it will also keep it from being slick. The wood is sitting on top of carpet. That's the way we do it, and the sound deadening. So it is you do have that insulation barrier, and then you have the wood on top, and then you have the leather top. You wouldn't have to do the leather. You could do it. There's also Amazon one-click. Living out in the country, I do a lot of that. There's like a Cordura nylon cover that's a waterproof, and it's also diamond stitch, but it has a rubber backing to it. I've used that in the past, and that works really well to keep scratches and also, keep the puppy from sliding around. The only thing is with that, it attaches to the back of the seat, and it's got a flip-down cover in the front. So if you actually have a gun case, it covers up the gun case, but it does slide around a bit. So there you go. All right, so that's the wood floor part. We talked about the window part. We talked about the insulating part. We talked about how to get the air conditioning and the heating back there. What other questions do you have about traveling with your pup? Leather-wise, I will tell you with our builds, and just if you're on Instagram, go to my IGTV. Just look at the tab, find the IGTV. You'll see the camping video. Watch the camping video. You will see Lucy when she was younger, and she's all over those seats. She loves to play, and I just read what Matt said. You better believe it, Matt. But she loves to play in the creeks and in the mud, and her claws, when they're young, they're very almost like cat claws, but it didn't mess up the leather at all, and it was kind of my durability test is what it is. So if they do get on the seats, you'll be fine. Matt did say matching leather diamond stitched dog collar to match the mat is truly the bespoke way. Wish you wouldn't have said that, but actually I'm glad you did. This is true. I like that idea. In Elizabeth, my D110 that's Aintree green, where I made the gun case, it's in walnut. Well, I didn't make it. A friend of mine, Paul, made it. His name's Paul, too. Walnut and maple, I did get a green leather top with diamond stitch that's on top, so that's what I did with that. But I think I need some green leather collars now. And then maybe I should get some green waxed canvas. Guys, go buy a sewing machine. It was so easy to make these. All it is again, just waterproof wax canvas that I ordered from England. And it holds water. I mean, I put water in it, it's held water for days. So, boy, Matt's wanting the payoff now. All right, deal. It's a deal, Matt. So there you go. All right, guys. I thought that was kind of short and sweet, really, wasn't it? But, you know, it's really when you're traveling with your dog, it's all about common sense. You just make sure you take some food, you take water, you know, get a ramp for them, you know, keep them warm, keep them cool, whatever the season might be. Max and Max. Max was my previous one, but Leo and Lucy, they have their own backpacks too. So when we go somewhere and we're hiking, they have to carry their own food, their own snacks, and their own water. So that's the deal with them. So they have their little backpack, and I try to keep it equally weighted, and that's what we do. All right. So there's that. June 18th through the 20th, we will have our Rovers in the Woods. And let me find it. I want to share this with you real quick. Let me see. I've been talking to Gavin, and let me tell you what we're going to be doing with Gavin. Oh, that's the wrong. Gavin, where's that email? Gavin sent me a few emails today. Here we go, prizes. All right, so I mentioned we are going to have what we call, but it's called Scottish Trials, where you can get in your vehicle that with street tires and do a non-damaging event with it, where you have to drive through bamboo canes, and you know, you're on different canters and hills and everything else. But that's the first thing. So the award that we will give for that, for whoever can do that drive the best, will be our Trials Expert Award. And let me tell you, Gavin's awards, in fact, let me grab one. You have to see it. So last year's awards was actually a body panel, is what it was. So it says right here, I'll let you guys read that. So it's an actual body panel with all the years of paint off of a Land Rover. And it's engraved. So this one says custom made from genuine Burma Bright Land Rover body panels. And this one, of course, last year in October, we called it Rovers and Gents in the Country. And we changed the name. I got way too many comments and jokes about gents in the country and gents in the woods. But anyway, if you know what I mean, I don't even go there. All right, so we'll have a Trials Expert. I don't know if you're going to get body panels. We probably can't get any more of those, but we'll have the Trials Expert. The next one is for the person that goes through the trials and can't seem to make it, and that's called the Pole Bender. That's, boy, maybe I ought to rethink that name too. Anyway, we're going to call it Pole Bender. All right. The next one is for our axe throwing contest. So the awards for that will be the Bullseye Master, and then, of course, for the participation trophy, you notice it's like the person that actually gets the job done, and then we're doing a participation trophy. So the next one is the Future Axe Champ. And then the next one is, since we do have a sporting clay course, we are, Bob, I'll answer that in a second. We have a sporting clays course, and so we will have the Wing Master Expert. That's for the one that can actually hit the clay pigeons. And then we're going to have the Most Improved Wing Master. That's for the one that says, how do I load the shotgun? All right, so the next one is the Distance Award. And we did this last year, and the distance was far, far away. And for some reason, I can't remember how far it was, but it was thousands of miles. So the World Traveler. So whoever comes to the event from the farthest distance, then they will get the World Traveler Award. The next one is the Vehicle Awards, And the first one will be the Overland Built Award, meaning that, hey, this one's really set up nice. This is really, really awesome. And then the other one will be Don't Scratch It. So that's for the one that's like out there polishing, and we had that last year. We had one guy kept on spraying his, Defender down and wiping it with the microfiber and going and wiping it, and was like, dude, what is wrong with you? So I was that guy. Anyway, so the next one is the Spirit Award. So that's the ambassador for the Rovers in the Woods. So that is the person that has got that spirit, that has brought the largest group of his friends. That's going to be interesting to see who does that. I think it might be some red-headed, red-bearded guy that I know, that he'll bring a lot of friends, because he's going to mention, in fact, he's bringing, for the morning, we're going to do our yoga and our meditation in the morning. Well, you are. I'm going to be eating bacon and pancakes. So anyway, no, I might do it. No, I won't. All right. And then the next one is the Move Over, Let Me Do It. And we definitely had a couple of those people, one of them being the red-headed guy with the red beard, that he was in the vehicle, don't scratch it, but he was like, move over, let me climb up that. And in his Range Rover is what he was in, that was pristine. When he left the event, it wasn't so pristine anymore, but he was constantly on the trails. Get out of the way, I'll do it, I'll climb it, whatever. Dude, you don't have off-road tires, so what? I'll get a running start. And that's what he did. All right, so that's the awards, guys. Definitely, if you can make it, would love to have you here. Bob, answer to your question, we'll be doing some live, so we'll do some live video, but we'll be shooting video, shooting pictures throughout the event, but we won't be broadcasting live the entire time, because we'll be having too much fun, Bob. That's all there is to it, sorry. But, so with that said, come visit, come hang out, just go to the website or text me, schedule an appointment first, because there's a chance I might not be here. Like I said, I'm leaving this weekend, so there's your prime opportunity if you want to show up to the farm and drive Defenders like you stole them. So anyway, but I'm going to head to the Green Mountains, the Kenkamangus Highway. I'm going to unplug, so if you're trying to call me or text me, sorry, I probably won't get back to you until afterwards. So, all right, guys, I hope I helped you with the dogs. I love my dogs, and I just want them to be comfortable. I want them to be safe, and I know you do too if you have dogs. Kids, no big deal. They can take care of themselves, right? All right, cool. All right, with that said, I am going to call it a night. I still have some sunlight. I think this is a perfect opportunity to go shoot some pictures. I want to get some more pictures of Verbosca Blue. If you've not seen Verbosca Blue, go to the website, check it out. I have a handful of pictures that I shot yesterday, and you can see the mahogany wood flooring of it. You can see all that. I still have to get a lot more pictures done of it, but I'm going to get that one, get Verbosca Blue done. Then we're going to move on to Keswick Green and get that done. The mahogany floors going into it, and the audio system and all that. So I'm going to be excited to share the pictures of that. And then, of course, I have a D110 that's on the way that will be here next week that is Portofino red and black. So I think you're going to really like that design. We actually have the tire on the bonnet, tire on the hood. So we'll get some finishing touches of that, get the pictures, and get the pictures on the website. Keswick Green is not on the website yet. It will be on the website soon. The white one is on the website. You can check it out. This one leaves here pretty quick. This one is on the way out. So what else can I tell you? Last thing I can tell you is I got something really exciting coming. At least it's exciting for me. I don't know if you're going to think it's exciting. I will give you a hint. It's orange. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to end it there. So have a wonderful evening. Thanks for hanging out with me on a Wednesday night. And I'll see you next Wednesday. I don't remember what the topic is, but I had it this morning in the shower and I forgot it. So that's other than that. And Ryan, yes, you can be my ambassador in Zimbabwe. Is that right? ZW, is that Zimbabwe? All right. All right, guys, my Facebook friends, have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you soon. So I'm going to be able to hit in live video now.